Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Chapter 6 is here and everyone's ranks have been reset. So today I'm going to be teaching all of you the fastest way to rank up in the new chapter. If you do enjoy, make sure you have subscribed, but let's jump into it. Why should you listen to me? Well, I ranked up to Elite within the first week of the season and have been studying the ranked system, figuring out the best methods to rank up. If you want evidence, here is the video proof of me hitting Elite. Yo, did I hit Elite in the first week? Wait. Oh my god, it's Elite. I hit Elite, guys. Anyways, let's get back into the video. In this tutorial, I will give you 2 ways to rank up fast based off of your playstyle. The first way to rank up is kills. Now, kills are going to get you the majority of your points, but there's a huge misconception about kills because what a lot of people don't know is that the amount of points you get per kill is based off of how many people are left. So let's say I get a kill off spawn. It's not going to give me a lot of points, but if I pick up the same elimination in a final zone with only 3 people left, I'm going to get way more points for that kill. Also, not only do you get points per kill, but you also get points for assists. So let's say I get someone super weak and someone comes in and steals the kill. I'll still get partial credit for the kill, so don't be discouraged if someone steals your kill. You'll still get some points. Moving on to the next way that you're going to rank up. Placement. Now obviously the longer you survive in a game, the more points you're going to get. So if you are not confident in your fragging abilities, I recommend landing somewhere more low-key on the map so that you don't die off spawn and lose all those points you worked for last game. Now sometimes it's going to be hard to stay alive throughout the game, but one way I can recommend you always stay alive till endgame is having the radio tower. Basically, if you have the radio tower, you can see the next zone before anyone else. This means that you can rotate faster and you don't need to use as many mats. You also will have a better position than everyone else, which boosts your win probability. You're also going to get fed a lot of kills because of this. So if I were to recommend a strategy for not as good fraggers, I would land somewhere more low-key near a radio tower or boon tower, and then I would play for the radio tower and try to survive to the end of the game. That way I can play for kills in late game because that's going to get you the most points possible. Now most of you guys are probably wondering, what is the best game mode you can play? Solos is the best game mode, and the reason for it is because when you kill a player in solos, it would count as a team wipe instead of just a kill. This means you're going to get more points in general for every kill you get. But let's say if you're in squads or duos, you would have to wipe that entire team to get the same amount of points. So if you're going to play a game mode to rank up, you should always be playing solos at most times. Now, moving on, let's talk about your drop spot. Now, your drop spot is the most important part of your game because it either makes or breaks your game. You either die off spawn and you go into queue again, or you stay alive and you go and continue the game. So you need to find the best drop spot for you. This means that you need to cater to your playstyle and your skill level. If you're a good player, you should be W keying and landing at a really high key drop spot, so you might get the most kills off spawn. Even if you're a really good player, you might suck at off spawn. If this is true, then you could land somewhere more low key and get your loot up, then go fight. And again, that also ties into kills with endgame, so just keep that in mind. But let's just say you're a really bad player. Again, you should be landing somewhere more low key and then getting your loot up, trying to stay alive until endgame and picking up a few kills in endgame just to boost your rank points. Now, drop spots are going to be a little tricky right now because everyone is still trying to figure out their drop spot. But what I recommend is really getting down to the rhythm of a drop spot. So find a place that you really like that caters to you, and when you find that spot, learn how to rotate from it, learn the loot route, learn everything about it so that when you drop at this place, you're going to win every single time. And then once you're out of that loot route, you obviously need to rotate early because this map is massive. So that means that rotating early needs to be your priority right after you win off spawns. Now let's talk about movement and rotations. Now this map is probably, as you noticed, larger than the Chapter 5 map. It's actually 20% larger than the old map, so that means that rotating to the zone first and having good movement is very important. Now you're probably asking yourself, what movement items should you carry? There are 3 movement items we got this season. We have the Shockwave Grenade, the Typhoon Blade, and the Void Oni Mask. Now all 3 of these are great in their own way. The Typhoon Blade is just a sprint boost and you can use it to dash, but you're very vulnerable in the air, so be careful with it. The Shockwave Grenade, as we all know, is a great, well-rounded grenade. You can do it to get to zone, you can get high ground with it, but the Void Oni Mask is an item we've never seen before. It literally just teleports you across the map. Now, this is one of the best ways to skip rotates in general. But none of these items are really better than the other, and you should always be carrying 1 or 2 of these movement items at all times because this map is massive. Another thing I should really quickly mention is you should be carrying a lot of heals. This season, because hit scan is back and this map is very open, that means you should always be trading a lot of damage. There's going to be a lot of open areas on the map, so you need to be carrying minis, big pots, medkits, whatever you can find. But you need to always have meds because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in the end of a game without any meds. So make sure you're carrying a ton of meds. Now, obviously, winning every game is impossible, but with the tips I've provided you today, if you combine them into one game and use all the tips I've given you, you're going to find that winning games is just going to be a lot easier and you're going to get more consistent in your placements in general. Now, that is going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys subscribe. I'm going to be dropping a lot more content this season. I'm also going to be streaming some this season, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you later. Peace.